Growing up in the 80s and 90s, I was obsessed with Nintendo and Super Nintendo, so I played a lot of Mario Brothers games. And I even admit watching that cheesy Super Mario Brothers TV show from back then.
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame.
Yeah, that was bad. So I was really looking forward to this movie, and I have to say, I enjoyed it immensely. This was a really fun movie. My kids loved it. I loved it. There was tons of nostalgia, tons of Easter eggs. They threw characters and scenarios and scenes from every Mario Brothers movie I can think of. And it's just so much going on. And it just throws you right in that world. And I felt like a kid again. I will even admit, with Chris Pratt being Mario, there was a lot of hesitation from a lot of people. And even I'm going, I don't know. But he did a good job. He really pulled it off. And once the movie started going, I didn't even think of it as Chris Pratt. I completely lost focus of him, and he just helped embody that character. Everyone on the casting list did an incredible job. Jack Black as Bowser, holy crap, so good. He killed it. Every character I saw in that movie, I thought, wow, that's exactly how I imagined that character sounding. So hats off to the cast for doing an amazing job. Every single character I thought sounded great, and these really sounded, again, like I thought they would sound. What's great about these cool animated nostalgic movies is you can just have fun with it and sit back, relax. You're not nitpicking a plot. You're not nitpicking characters. You're just enjoying the time watching the movie. You're just having fun with everything that movie has to offer. And in this case, it's nostalgia. It's fun. They played the music from the video games, the sound effects. They had the power-ups. Everything that you enjoy, every little tiny detail that you enjoy from the Mario Brothers games is in there. Now, I will say that the one thing that kind of threw me for a loop is normally in every Super Mario Brothers game, Princess Peach is the one that's captured and you have to go rescue her. With the exception of Mario Brothers 2, where you can actually play as Princess Peach, so I guess there is an exception to that rule. But normally you're rescuing Princess Peach. So the fact that Luigi was the one that was captured in this kind of was like, strange, but I'll go with it. And considering the story and the plot to this movie, it actually worked. Now, speaking of Princess Peach and Mario Brothers 2, you remember how she would jump off and kind of drift down, and she would use her dress as like a parachute almost and drift down to a ground or wherever she's landing? She did that in the movie, which I thought was really cool. So again, another Easter egg, another throwback. There was a lot of that in this movie. And I really appreciate all the Easter eggs in the background. If you look at walls and things in the background, there's more throwback to other games. There's a guy playing a video game that if you look on the screen, it's actually Donkey Kong, although the signs say it's something different. It's actually Donkey Kong. Mario himself ends up playing Kid Icarus, so it's a lot of cool stuff like that I'm not so sure was necessary to put in there, but I'm glad they did. So they're just hammering you with fan service. I mean, it is literally fan service and nostalgia as far as the eye can see. No matter what you look at, you're going to find something new. It's some little detail that you might have missed, but trust me, there is so much of it. I also enjoyed that there's not a lot of build up in this movie. You really get right into the action, which is great, especially if you're watching it with kids, because it grabs their attention right away and holds it there. My 4-year-old, who just wants to constantly run around a movie theater, was actually stuck in her seat watching this movie for the majority of the time. Until the last 15 minutes, and she was getting tired and moving all around her seat, and, it happens. The dynamic between all the characters was really, really good. I thought they played off each other really well. The scenes where the banter back and forth was really not only set for that scene in the movie, but it was played off the video game or certain scenes off the video game. And there were little tidbits there that I'm like, you know what? I not only feel like I'm watching a movie, but I feel like I'm watching someone else play a video game, which was kind of cool. I didn't think they would actually be able to capture something like that. So all of the stuff that I expected or hoped for, I got. So I was happy. Now, is there anything bad you could say about this movie? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's things about it that somebody doesn't like, that somebody's going to pick apart, and whether it be Chris Pratt or some scene in there they didn't think was accurate or something wasn't the right. You know, you can't please everybody. But for me, especially someone who grew up with a lot of the Mario stuff, and I know there's tons of you out there who are hardcore Mario Brothers fans, this movie's just fun. Just have fun with the movie and don't pick it apart, because if you do, you're not going to enjoy what the movie, I believe, is meant to be. And it's just nostalgic, fan service, fun action. And you know what? If you can't get into that, are you really a Super Mario Bros. Fan? But I want to know what your thoughts are on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. If you've seen it, drop your comments down below, hit that like button and the subscribe button on your way out. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.